What is up, guys? It's Fat Leo, and this is week 0 of the NBC. The NBC, rather, it's a team builder. Team builder. The NBC is a cap league, which is cap stands for creative Pokemon. So those Pokemon you see on Showdown that are illegal, like the fake mons. This league allowed them, and they allowed some other awesome stuff, like you see Meloetta strictly in per wet form, Floette Eternal, and other cool stuff. Like you can draft Zendar Manitan, so awesome stuff in this league. It's really cool. I joined it, and this stuff is awesome. I can't wait to use this team. They also work at like the PPL with a point system, so every Pokemon has a value, and you don't have to satisfy any tier or anything. Just draft 9 to 11 Pokemon with your points. So let's get into it. My first pick was Eternal Floette. For 16 points, we are given 100 points. No, 110 points. And megas are worth points as well. So you don't have to have a mega and stuff. It's pretty cool. Got Floette Eternal, Juliana Crane. And this was my first pick just because I really wanted it. I didn't want to risk it getting sniped. I really wanted to use it. For 16 points, I think it's too expensive. I don't think it'll be worth that much, but I really wanted it, so I had to overpay. Basically, this Pokemon is Florges with a little faster than Florges. I think 18 points faster than Florges. Spadef is like 30 points lower. Special attack is like 10 points higher. Those are just approximates. And it doesn't get Synthesis, which Florges gets, but it gets Light of Ruin, which is 140 power fairy move, 90 accuracy special, and it has a half recoil, so you'll be taking a lot of damage. And this Pokemon's HP isn't amazing, it's 74, so the recoil taken for that is going to hurt, so yeah, Juliana Crane, yeah, if you know what, I'm not even going to explain these nicknames, let's see who gets them. Light of Ruin, that's I just want to use the Pokemon. It should be cool. Next we got Trudy, Meloetta per wet form. This Pokemon is also worth 16 points. Though this one, I don't know that I overpaid for this one. I think this one is actually worth the value because it's 128 speed, 100 HP. Like its stats are ridiculous. 128 attack. It gets close combat, Ice Punch. Does it get Fire Punch? It gets Fire Punch. Does it get Thunder Punch? It gets Thunder Punch and Thunderbolt and Calm Mind. Probably gets Bulk Up too. No Bulk Up, okay, but Acrobatics, Dream Punch. What else you got? Knock, Low Kick, Magic Coat, Perish Song. Like, what? This Pokemon is Shadow Claw, Stone Edge. It doesn't get ground coverage. U-Turn, Zen Headbutt. Like, this Pokemon is amazing. Dual Chop. It gets Dual Chop. All right, Gravity, cool move. Obviously, in powers, those sweeps, pretty cool. Last Resort, Magic Room, Psych Up, Retaliate, Stab, Retaliate actually, so it's pretty awesome. Skill Swap. Yeah, really amazing stuff this Pokemon gets. Work Up, you can use it as a mixed attacker, so I think this Pokemon is going to be worth the 16 points paid for it, but yeah, it's that. Meloetta Pirouette. Next we got Trade Minister Togomi, Kitsuno. This Pokemon worth 15 points. I think it's too much, but I will be using it as my Zmon. We get 3 Zmons. I haven't decided everyone yet. I know I'm going to use Deoxys and Kitsuno for my Zmons. I haven't decided my third one yet. Basically, this Pokemon gets Frisk and Limber. Limber's pretty good. Can't get paralyzed. Frisk tells you the opponent's item once you switch in. Stats are pretty good. 80 HP, 85 defense, 80 Spadef, so it's not frail. It's 110 speed, which is pretty good. 103 special attack, which isn't amazing. It's okay, It's not too powerful a Pokemon, but it's typing Steel Ghost is really good. Good spin blocker, and the moves this thing gets. Defog, Earthquake, Fake Out, Ice Punch, Iron Head, Knock, Low Kick, Memento, Magic Coat, Z Memento, watch out. Meteor Mash, Split, Perish Song, Roar, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, Shadow Strike, Sucker Punch, Superpower, Super Fang, Taunt, Toxic Trick, U-Turn, Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Punch. Yeah, this Pokemon is basically amazing. Moves it gets are really, really good. Iron Tail, if you ever want to run that for some reason. Psych Up, Psycho Shift. Natural Gift is cool. Thief, Trick Room. Trick Room, that's pretty cool, yep. We'll get to why that's good later. So yeah, it's pretty awesome Pokemon. I got it. I don't know why I got it. It's cool, so I got it. Next we got Choo Choo, Zygarde Dog. I mean, it's simple what this thing does. 100 attack, 115 speed, and it gets Dragon Dance. This is basically what this Pokemon is. Dragon Dance, Outrage, 1,000 arrows. Yeah, it doesn't really need anything else. Core Enforcer, you know, whatever. Crunch. Oh yeah, and Extreme Speed. So that's basically what this Pokemon is. Nice Sweeper. Cool stuff. Next we got Chief Inspector Keto. And this Pokemon, I need an electric type, always like the draft one, so I got this guy, 109 special attack and 109 speed. You get Solar Power, Sand Veil, and Dry Skin, so it's a good weather Pokemon. And I drafted these in order, so yeah, this was the order I got these Pokemon in. So I picked up him 5th. Coverage is good. Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse. He gets agility as well. Focus Blast, Grass Knot. Really good coverage. Signal Beam, Surf, Thunderbolt, obviously. Anything else cool? He gets Electric Terrain. Hyper Beam, Parabolic Charge. Yeah, Parabolic Charge is super cool. It heals you half the damage dealt, so if you're hitting someone you know won't take it well, then you can heal up some HP. Maybe with Shell Bell, that would be pretty cool. It's frail, you know. Only its defense, like physically, defensively, it's really frail. Spadef, it's, you know, it's passable. It's okay because it has 94 Spadef. HP is low, but you know, it's okay. And yeah, basically an electric type. And we got Hawthorne next, and this Pokemon I picked up round 6. I got sniped a bunch. Originally I wanted Deoxys, but then I changed my mind, and I took him off the draft plan, which is why I hadn't picked him up till now. But then I got sniped a bunch, so I had to change the plans. And I'm like, okay, you know, if nobody gets Deoxys, I'll get him. This Pokemon is friggin', it's completely broken. I don't know why it's allowed. I don't think it should be. 180 speed, you outspeed like base 102 Scarfers. I think if you're modest, maybe timid, I don't know, but you outspeed base 100s. 95 in special attack and attack, broken, because it gets every coverage move. Not literally every, but it gets like everything. Defense is 90, Spadef is 90, so it isn't even that frail. Yes, its HP is low, but you know, this is equivalent of like a 70-70 Pokemon, which is, it's frail, but it's not that bad. It can also be a wall. For example, from some of the calcs I ran, this wall's Flygon. This wall's Scar Flygon, which means it walls base 100s. Like it takes 2 outrages with leftovers. So that means average is what, 120 power. So this Pokemon this Pokemon walls base 100s with neutral attacks with 120 moves. So, you know, it's not bad. Flygon's always like the benchmark that I see. To see if a Pokemon can actually wall something, I always check if it can wall a base 100 attack Pokemon with 120 move Scarf, you know, because that's okay. That's fine. That's all you need from a Pokemon that isn't meant to be a wall. Just so it can fit that role every now and again. Deoxys gets, like I said, every friggin' move. Body Slam, Brick Break. I'm just gonna scroll through these. I'm not gonna list them all because it gets everything. E-Speed, one to note. Knock. I'll go over its support moveset more because you can just see the coverage moves. It's pretty simple. So it gets Light Screen, Magic Toad. It gets Mash. I didn't even know it got Mash. Nightshade, pretty cool. Psycho Boost. You definitely want to go over Psycho Boost. So Psycho Boost, 140 power, 90 accuracy psychic move that drops your special attack by 2. So it's basically Draco Meteor, but psychic. Gets Pursuit, which is pretty cool, and then gets Reflect. So already you see it gets both screens, spikes, rocks, taunt, trick. This Pokemon is broken. And the thing is, it's so fast, it can literally it's good suicide lead, but it can also come in on Scarfers and just set up rocks and stuff. Say you come in on a Victini after it used a V-Create. If you're Focus Sash and there are no rocks up, your opponent is screwed, because if he V-Creates, you already outspeed, so you can click Pursuit. If he stays in on Pursuit, then the second time you just click Pursuit again, and if he V-Creates again, he's gonna die. So, like, it's broken. I don't know why it's allowed, man. And I'm like, how did this go so late? And everyone's like, it's crap. I'm like, okay, all right, you watch. 180 speed with every goddamn coverage move. Does it get Ice Beam, actually? I didn't check that. Ice Beam, yup. Flamethrower? Ah, there you go. There you go. It doesn't get fire coverage. There you go. Finally, that's something. Maybe it gets Fire Punch, actually. It gets Fire Punch, so it does get fire coverage, so yeah, broken. Cosmic Power? It gets Cosmic Power and Recover. What are you going to do? Counter. Seriously, what are you going to do? A Pokemon this fast, Cosmic Powers on you? What are you going to do? Toxic, Cosmic Power, Recover, I don't know what the last move would be. Rest? It doesn't even matter. Deoxys can just beat everything. It's so fast. Gravity. I don't know what else. Icy Wind's cool. Mirror Coat? Oh, that's awesome. Mirror Coat. Mimic. Nice gimmick move. Psych Up. Again, it's so fast, I can literally Psych Up on something and Counter Sweep. Like, okay, another example of how this Pokemon speed is amazing. If say you run it with Focus Sash, and your opponent has like a Dragonite, or a Salamence, or a Garchomp. Oh no, Garchomp wouldn't work. Flygon, Salamence, Dragonite. Those Pokemon are base 100 and lower. No matter how many Dragon Dances they get, you can always Psych Up on them. If you're Focus Sash, you Psych Up and bop them. And what I meant to say was, if they get one Dragon Dance up, you can come in on them and Psych Up before they can even attack you. Of course, Dragonite gets E-Speed, so you have to be careful there. But like, you outspeed base 100s at +1. So you have ultimate Dragon Dance insurance from stuff like Salamence. It gets Ice Beam, so if the thing's running Yachberry, it's not running Flying EMZ. So no, Deoxys is broken. But I have it, so it's okay. Yeah, Sunny Day probably gets Rain Dance and Sandstorm and stuff. Skill Swap, Role Play, Trick Room, Torment. Broken, basically. You see what this thing does. It's broken. And they think 95 special attack is, like, if you think it's bad because it only has 95 in the attacks, think about it like this. Scolipede destroys everything. Like, what switches into Scolipede? Like, nothing. There's like nothing that switches into, like, Skarmory. That's it, you know? Because Scolipede with Mega Horn, Poison Jab, and Earthquake does a lot of damage. What normally was it? Steel types. But you got Earthquake as a coverage move for that, and Earthquake from Scolipede to it KOs Steel types. Have you noticed that? It always does. And it's because... Oh, and Scolipede is only 100 attack. It runs Adamant Life Orb a lot of the time. Why can it afford to run Adamant Life Orb? Because it gets Protect and Speed Boost, so free speed, so it'll outspeed everything in no time. The Deoxys is similar. It doesn't get free speed boost, but it's so fast that it can afford to run Adamant and Life Orb, or Modest and Life Orb, and it's only 5 points lower than Scolipede. Scolipede has Mega Horn. Try catching a Modest Life Orb, what is it called? Psycho Boost from a Deoxys. Just do it. Just try. And it also gets Nasty Plot, right? I'm pretty sure it gets Nasty Plot. Yeah, Nasty Plot. It doesn't get Swords Dance, I already checked that, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's something I want to use. I won't spoil it yet, but just know that something is coming. But yeah, Modest, Life Orb, Psycho Boost. What are you going to do? What are you going to switch in? A Dark type? Does it get Dazzling Gleam? No, but it gets Focus Blast, so maybe I'm not running Life Orb, but I'm running Titanium Z. You know, broken. Hawthorne is going to destroy everything. It's broken. Alright, so we got my bottom 5. And this right here, we got Teabag, the Gastrodon. This Pokemon is good because I needed a water immunity, a ground immunity, and I wanted a ground type that that wasn't weak to ice. Also, by having one quad weak to grass and quad weak to ice, my opponents have to split their hidden power coverage or decide whether they want to cover Gastrodon or Zygarde. So that's pretty good. There's another reason I got this Pokemon. It's a wall, pretty good. So it's simple. That's all it really is. It was between this and Quagsire because I wanted that grass ground type. And I ended up getting this because it has 92 special attack, so it's less passive than Quagsire, and it gets Earth Power, Ice Beam, Surf, Sludge Bomb, maybe Sludge Wave, Memento, Paint Split, Recover. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It doesn't get, and even Acid Armor, so it does, and it gets Stockpile like Quagsire does, and it gets Curse like Quagsire does, and it gets Counter and Mirror Coat, and I don't think Quagsire gets those, so. Gastrodon's pretty good. It can be passive if you don't play it right, but I mean, I've successfully used Wartortle in PCL, and nobody has subbed or set up on it, so I think I can use a Gastrodon. Abilities, Sticky Hold, Storm Drain, Sand Force. I don't think I've ever even used Sand Force, but Storm Drain and Sticky Hold. Oh, we get Tension Power too, that's cool. So with Storm Drain, you can't get hit by water moves, and you recover, or your special attack boosts by 1, and Sticky Hold, you can't lose your item, so it's a good knockoff switch-in. Which I don't necessarily have amazing ones on this team because Kitsuna is weak to it. Meloetta can take him knockoffs well and probably kill the fighting type, but Meloetta doesn't want to lose an item because I imagine whatever item I'll be running, it's gonna be pretty good on Meloetta. Next we have, like a band or a scarf, it doesn't want to lose that because it has U-turn, like Bug plus fighting on a banded mod at 128 speed. Really good. So we've got Float, who probably doesn't want to lose an item, although if Float is carrying, if I do pick Float as a Z-Mon, I'll probably put like Specs Light, or I'll use Light of Ruin with the Z move, so I can hit someone with a 200 power fairy move, I think it's 200 power, and then hit him with a Light of Ruin, so it'd be pretty cool. But Sticky Hold is there, just in case I want it. Next we got VMLO and Miltank. All I need to say about this Pokemon is it's really good physical wall, even sometimes an okay special wall if the matchup allows it. 3 great abilities, Thick Fat, Scrappy, and Sap Zipper. Scrappy nobody uses because Miltank's used defensively and only 80 attack, but Scrappy can be useful. Thick Fat halves damage from ice and fire moves, and Sap Zipper is immune to grass moves and raises its attack if hit by one. So I've used Miltank plenty. I'll just scroll through the moves here. Notable moves: Heal Bell, Stealth Rock, Body Slam, I guess, Counter, Seismic Toss, Metronome. I didn't know it got Metronome. Psych Up, whatever. So Miltank's pretty simple. Work Up. I've used it so many times. Next we got Childan, the Torkoal. This Pokemon. These last few, Gastrodon, Childan, Nico Robin, and Ed, are going to be pretty good for a certain kind of thing that I want to do, and that is Trick Room. Torkoal with his 20 speed and Drought and Eruption. Is that what it's called? Eruption? Yeah. Eruption. So, 100 accuracy, 150 power fire move if I'm at max HP. 20 speed. Everyone's going. I'm gonna beat everyone in the Trick Room because it's one of the slowest Pokemon in the game. So we've got Meloetta, I think, with Trick Room, Kitsuna with Trick Room, Deoxys with Trick Room, and Gothorita with Trick Room. So I have 4 Trick Room setters on this team. So Torkoal with his low 85 special attack is going to take lives, and it's actually really fat on the physical side. In addition, it sets the sun for my friend Ed here, who, can get Chlorophyll or Gluttony, but I'm probably going to use Chlorophyll every time I bring him. So this Pokemon also gets Shell Smash, which you would have to get 2 to really sweep because it's so slow, but, it gets Gyro Ball as well. And then, really important, Rapid Spin and Stealth Rock. Superpower, Toxic, Will-O-Wisp, So it's a pretty good Pokemon. Well worth the 4 points. Now that it has Drought, it'll do some work. Yeah, it's pretty much, self-destruct. Withdraw actually raises the defense by 1. If only it had something to boost Spadef, that would be pretty cool. Maybe it does, and I'm just not seeing it, but whatever. Oh, it does. Amnesia. Oh yeah, I remember. Somebody was telling me to use an Amnesia Torkoal before when I was being like a mono fire gym leader. Or Earth Power. Yeah, Torkoal's cool. Clear Smog to remove stat changes. Good Pokemon for 4 points. We got Nico Robin, the Gothorita. This Pokemon was only worth 2 points, and yeah, its stats suck. But with Eviolite, it becomes an amazing physical wall. Or at least, yeah, it becomes a good physical wall. It's just like Wartortle, and if you've seen me use Wartortle in PCL, I've used it well, and nobody has been able to take advantage of me. In addition, this Pokemon gets Frisk and Shadow Tag. I'm never going to use competitive on this, but Shadow Tag traps your opponent's Pokemon, so in theory it's easy to prep for. You just put Shed Shell on everyone, but a few problems with that are you can't put Shed Shell on everyone, and you'd never know who it is I want to trap. So if you put Shed Shell on 2 Pokemon, you're already running Shed Shell, so you're losing an item. And the thing is, you have to prep for Gothorita. I think any good player will, unless they know for a fact that I won't bring it for whatever reason. If you don't prep for Gothorita, like at all, if you're like, oh, you know, he's not going to bring it, it's just a Gothorita, it's worth 2 points, its stats suck, it'll destroy you. If you don't bring Shed Shell, and I get to pick who I want to trap and do whatever I want with it, you're done. Fair warning if you're watching this, prep for Gothorita. I use Gothitelle well, and this is a really good value pick. It's worth, like, it's I think paying 2 for Gothorita is better than paying like 16 or whatever it was for Gothitelle. So very similar Pokemon. It's slow, 55, but it can outspeed a lot of walls. A lot of walls are in that 50-60 range, so with some speed, I'll be able to outspeed them. I can trick them, or if I'm, like I said, Eviolite, I can just come in and, I don't know, Toxic them or something. Magic Coat, Taunt, trick them, yeah, like if I'm not Eviolite. Gravity, so I can just do some cool things. I don't know if it gets screens. Let's see, light screen, it gets light screen and reflect, so it gets both the screens. I can even put Sunny Day if I don't want to bring Childen, but I do want to bring Ed and stuff, and it also gets Trick Room, so Trick Room for Childen. What comes in on a modest Specs Eruption, if I am running Specs? Like Heatran. You know, that's it. In the sun. It's modest specs. You know what? I'm gonna pull up a calc. Damage calculator. Let's see if Victini. What's this? Torkoal. Offensive Rapid Spin. Modest choice specs. Let's see. Drought. Eruption. A Bumslow just dies. Watch this. I bet you Victini does not take 2. Victini is a good benchmark for this because Victini's 100-100 in both stats. I know I have Victini. Do I have Victini? No. I don't. Wrong league. So yeah, Victini 100-100. 100-100 is really fat. So that's a good measure. So if Victini at 100-100 gets 2-hit KO'd by Eruption, which he does, what are you gonna do? Like, let's think of some of the walls. Tapu Fini. Fizdef Tapu Fini? Well, you know what? Let's see. Bold. Let's assume Max Fizdef Tapu Fini. 2-hit KO by Eruption. If it's Spadef Tapu Fini, it takes 39 to 46 from a Specs Eruption. There you go. So Tapu Fini has no recovery. So what the hell is it going to do? Let's assume the Tapu Fini has Surf, right? Oh wow, Surf in the Sun does a lot. Surprisingly, Surf in the Sun does a lot to Torkoal. So my Eruptions won't be doing anything anymore. But okay, you know. Yeah. So let's check Garchomp too. Let's see how much it does to Garchomp. Up to 85% to a Garchomp. What about Tank Chomp? 2-hit KO'd, because they don't run Spadef, so watch out. You better prep for Torkoal. This isn't a joke. And last of all, we've got Ed, who gets a Weather Ball and Chlorophyll. Basically, all you need to know. Weather Ball is power doubles depending on the weather and changes type. So you can get Weather Ball in the hail, rain, whatever. It just changes to the corresponding type and doubles in power, meaning I have 100 power fire moves that are fully accurate in the sun. So I have grass, poison, fire coverage, which is good. I'm not even walled by steels. Like, what wall's this, you know? Again, Tapu Fini. But no, I'm grass type. So what wall's fire types? You've got rock, which, you know, gets beat by grass, stab grass, 100 special attack grass, Giga Drain, Energy Ball, Leaf Storm. Yeah, so I get all the coverage. Honestly, what are you gonna do? The thing is, this Pokemon, this isn't Torkoal. Like, it's, you know, it wouldn't be as strong. Like, Specs Eruptions destroy everything. There are obviously switches to this Pokemon, but it's really good for 3 points. Good value pick. Chlorophyll doubles its speed. So, but I checked and I saw the base 50s at double speed, outspeed base 100s, I think, something like that. So the base 70s can outspeed a hell of a lot. So that's that, man. That's the team. You know, we've got the few early picks are just power, Meloetta and Floette. We got Kitsuno as a great support Pokemon. Zygarde could be really good because nothing's immune to 1,000 arrows, so only really like grass type switch in on it, and bug. This Heliolisk is really strong in the sun as well. Deoxys is broken. We got Gastrodon and Miltank as walls. I mean, even Floette can be a dedicated wall. Deoxys can. Even this thing can. Victory Bell with Synthesis in the sun. Even Torkoal can, because it's really fat on the physical side. Gothorita can as well. So it's a really good offensive / balance team, because I don't necessarily have too many walls with recovery, but you know what I do, like Floette, Gastron, Miltank, those do pretty well. I don't have more than 3 weaknesses to any one type, which is my rule in drafting. I have the electric fairy types that I want. I have hazard setters, hazard removers. I don't have toxic spikes. Victory Bell doesn't get them, but you know, whatever. I never use toxic spikes anyway. I just use spikes and rocks. Hazard removal in default Kitsuno and spin Torkoal. So yeah, it's a pretty cool team. I really like it. Can't wait to use Meloetta and Eternal Floette. So yeah, that's that for the NBC. Thanks for watching, guys. Fat Leo out.